Hello! Hello! We are the Ports of Point. Hello everybody, welcome back to Fournilwrittenalloverit. As you can tell, I'm in the place where I normally am for these videos. However, it has been a very busy couple of days. It's been a busy week. As you know, or as you may not know, I flew out to Spain last Friday morning to watch the Pompey boys in Murcia. I then got back and I've been up in London all week, and I'm down today, and then I'm back up to London again, and then I'm back here, and then I'm back up to London next week as well. So it's been a hectic couple of days, but the video in Spain has been received really well. So many people have been labelling it as one of the best Fournilwrittenalloverit videos that they have seen in a very long time. If you are one of those people, I'm very grateful for your kind words on that. And if you're yet to see it, then you can head on down to the description, or you can navigate to the channel page and have a look. I'm sure you'll be able to find it with relative ease. It was a blast to make. We had a great time. Met so many great people. I spoke to Danny at length, spoke to a lot of the players, and it was a really nice sort of connection and collaboration and kind of a conversation between, which you normally wouldn't get access to on any other kind of trip like that. And it's been a long time since I've seen such a connect between the players and the fans. This is then today's news is only going to improve that and make it even more of a tight-knit relationship. One of the most sort of sit up and go, wow, Pompey signings of the summer so far. Josh Griffiths has been confirmed as Pompey's next transfer. He joins from West Bromwich Albion on a one-year deal, on a one-year loan deal. Not too worried about the loan, as I've said before. I think, as we've said, as I've said to, I don't think I've said it publicly on YouTube, but I've been saying it to people around. If there's going to be one position where you want it to be a lone player, you want that to be the man between the sticks for you, and especially in terms of the situation we've had as a transfer window itself, and getting the right money for the right players and that kind of thing, and actually getting the cash in order to make these deals happen. If we're going to have to go down to a kind of a loan market and look at that, then it's going to be something like this Josh Griffiths deal, which has been announced today. The last transfer video that I made on this channel was Marlon Pack's arrival, and that seems like a long time ago. Didn't make a Zach Swanson video. It came out at sort of 10 o'clock at night, and then we were off to Spain just a couple of days later, so I thought we wouldn't crowd the market too much in terms of 4-0 videos. But fantastic news on that one. He hit the ground running in Spain. I was really impressed with him, so I cannot wait to see what he does in a Pompey shirt this year. The Marlon Pack video brought a real togetherness and unity to, well, not just the video did, but the announcement as a whole brought a real togetherness and a unity to the Pompey fan base, and I think we are a really happy bunch when there are signings made and transfers are done. So hopefully this has done the same, and I think the news will definitely do that, because, as I said, he was a man in demand, and I think we've done really well at Portsmouth Football Club. And I think a lot of credit, as always, has to go to Danny and Nicky and the recruitment structure at the football club for this. People knock it sometimes, I knock it sometimes, I've publicly knocked it, but at the same time, when something like this comes along, you have to go, yeah, fair play, boys, well done, and hopefully you get the deals over the line that we're all hoping. I'm not going to say the GH name, but get it done. Come on, Danny, if you're watching, if anyone's watching, you might already have done it, and you might be completely messing with our heads, but yeah, get that done, and don't let him go elsewhere, please. Firstly, cast your minds back a year. Some of us remember the rumours flying around about Josh joining us before Bazunu did, and at that point, it looked like a really good deal for Pompey. Gavin came in, did a fantastic job. He has now fled the Pompey nest, and he's off, I was about to say, doing bigger and better things, but he's absolutely not. So he's obviously a name well and truly on the Danny Cowley spreadsheet, and he was telling us over breakfast a couple of weeks ago that is the way that they like to lay things out, and I think that probably is a name that's been on there for a little while, upwards of 12 months, I would have thought. Secondly, I've already mentioned it, but it's obviously worth pointing out the extent to which we can be really pleased with this arrival. I think it's a little bit unfair on Josh to say, oh, he's a Bazunu downgrade, because whether he is or he isn't, he's got a lengthy contract at West Bromwich Albion, which lasts until well into 2025, coupled with the fact that I think we could all see that Bazunu was a very come and go kind of player. So to make that distinction and that comparison, I don't think is the right thing to do, really. A very good friend of mine, Jake, who does a similar thing to what we do here on Fournilwrittenalloverit at Lincoln, has given me a little bit of a lowdown on what we can expect from Josh Griffiths, seeing as his loan spell ended at Lincoln City not too long ago. Jake was very clear that Josh has a mistake or two in him, and that we should be well aware of that. We know that that's part and parcel of football, and he's a keeper in particular. One case that stands out to me from Bazunu last year was a case of Butterfingers at Rotherham that meant that he almost kind of let two goals in off his own accord, but as a result of that, not directly as a result of that, but after that point, Bazunu really grew in character, and I think Pompey's transfer model with developing young talent is definitely on show here, and I think that hopefully Josh can iron out those mistakes if he possibly can, and look to really build on his footballing career during his time at PO4. Jake also said how much he loved Josh, so it was a decent appraisal. I mentioned his relationship with West Brom. We all know, and it is widely known and factual, that he is a Baggies boy, and I think that's probably one of the reasons why Danny Cowley had a difficult time, and Nicky and the recruitment side of the football club had a difficult time to try and negotiate this as a permanent deal, and I think a loan is the very best that any football club could have been willing to pay or to enter into negotiations with for a man like Josh Griffiths, who is, as I've already mentioned it, in demand, highly rated. Everyone on Twitter, sports journos, different players and whatever, the general consensus is that this guy is a real talent and is something to get really excited about. I'd imagine Danny and Nicky will have contacts at Lincoln, and they would have been able to keep tabs on pretty much a personal level of how Josh has progressed during his time at Lincoln City on loan, and it's a little bit of that Cowley magic that worked for Marlon Pack, although the Pompey attraction was there. Jack Swanson is another one with the Arsenal collection, so you can see how the Danny and Nicky factor is really helping us in terms of recruitment. We've got to this video and not even mentioned Joe Rafferty, who is also another one that has signed in the last couple of days, so we're now up to, we're almost double figures, boys again. And I have to say, if we consider Joe Rafferty, Zach Swanson, Marlon Pack, and now Josh Griffiths, this fan base, when it's brought together and given news to unite behind and really get on board with, is a real force to be reckoned with. And Pompey look like with the handful of additions that have still got to go, the striking department, which is obviously next up on the agenda, we look like a real force to be reckoned with, not just in the fans' case, but on the pitch as well. And I think with a good wind, with the striking situation sorted out, which I'm sure is going to be a hot topic, and over the next couple of weeks will be as very quickly sorted as possible, because we are getting within a fortnight of Sheffield Wednesday now, aren't we, almost? So we need to get that sorted very, very quickly. Cash is needed to be spent, but it will be massively beneficial in the long term, and I think that we've got a really exciting couple of weeks in store for us, not least in the transfer sense of the word, but also whether George Hurst will be making a return. I know there's been rumours of Joe Pigott as well will be coming in the door. There's a couple that we've sort of missed out on and maybe not quite made the boat on, and it's a shame that that's happened, and I think it is, it's a shame first and foremost, but when you dig into it and read between the lines, A, everything happens for a reason, massive believer of that, and I think it applies to football as well, and B, sometimes these things just don't quite work, do they? And for whatever reason, negotiations break down, and it's not always a money thing, by and large it is, but sometimes it's personal circumstances, and sometimes things just don't work. So I think we need to take a bit of that into consideration as well. I'm really excited. I hope you are too. If you want to join us on this journey, make sure you subscribe down below. Get liking the video as well. We try and go for quite a few likes on these transfer videos. I've been doing really well recently, so we're going to keep making them. We've also got Sunday the 24th of July is something, and I know people who are watching this right now are at the tail end of the video and they are proper 4-0 fans, so thank you to watching to this point. Sunday the 24th of July is a date for your diary. We are going to be doing a pre-season review. We're going to talk about all the transfers. That is going to be live on YouTube between 7 PM and 8 PM as our first 4-0 Sunday live of the season. Got loads of plans going into that, so definitely make sure you get yourselves ready for that and get it in the diaries. Sunday 24th of July. Look forward to seeing you all there. For now, keep the faith. Thanks for watching, and as I always say, play up Pompey.